Namaskar everyone. Happy RU Day, everybody. My dear brothers and sisters, Namaskar once again. It is my pleasure and honor to welcome on the occasion of RU Day. First of all, my Sastang Pranam, most beloved Baba and founder of RU, Baba Sri Sri Ananda Murti Ji, respected and also respected General Secretary Dada, Acharya Chitsarupananda Abdu, Honorable Speaker Acharya Rudrananda Abdu Dadaji, the senior monk and senior prodhas and member of Senate Committee, and all my brothers and sisters, dear brothers and sisters, Bhakti Pradhan, ACB members and unit secretary, and all respected Acharyas, Tatvikas, Prodhas, Didi and Dadas, and all the Margi brothers and sisters, senior Margis, and the youth and coming generation of the entire Ananda Marga family and RAWA family and RU family. You are most welcome on this auspicious occasion of RU Day. It is my great honor and pleasure to have me and have you, the entire race and entire human being is waiting for the Rinasa. You know, Rinasa is universal, is the important and significant department for entire human being and human society. As you know, the Baba Sri Sri Ananda Murti Ji itself is Rinasa for the entire creation, who has been contributed a lot of unique ideas that will save the human civilization. Today, entire civilization in the crisis due to the lack of right ideology and philosophy. Baba Sri Sri Ananda Murti Ji has given scientific solutions based on the morality and spirituality and solve the each and every problems and the each and every aspect of life. I am very happy to inform you that New Year's and Ananda Purnima DMC at Ananda Nagar, particularly on the occasion of DMC, on the second day of DMC, Baba used to give an RU speech called Rinasa, a speech for the entire human race. A new dimension for new thoughts by the unique conceptions of knowledge and along with new ideas. That became the seminar topic for the entire society. Baba has established a RU RAWA department on the January 25th, 1958 at Trimohan, Bhagalpur, Bihar, India. The day and place is very historical in the history of Ananda Marga, and I like to record today the senior Margi of Anirudh Ji and his son Anil Ji has contributed that particular holy land that is situated and located in the Angabhumi, Bihar, India, near Jamalpur and Bhagalpur. It is the great day that has had Param Purush Baba Sri Sri Ananda Murti Ji, the founder of Ananda Marga and also founder of RU, who has had made a historical day for the near Ganga river at Trimohan, Bihar. That is very sentimental and historical day at the time of Lord Krishna and Lord Sri Sri Ananda Murti Ji. That land ever will be remembered in the history of Ananda Marga, and we devotee of Babas, we should have an oath to protect the legacy of our mission as the RU club Baba also inspired and encouraged to form the maximum RU club in the Bhakti, diocese, region, and all over the world. This department is universally recognized and appreciated as the Rinasa movement for new hope, particularly for intellectual people and reformists and civil society. The entire globe is facing a lot of challenges in the field of education, in the field of health, science, and technology, Scholars are finding such a solutions, but they are failure. But Baba Sri Sri Ananda Murti ji has given such a unique and infinite ideas to mobilize the entire human race in comprehensive manners and positive and ideal and spiritual direction through the structure and spiritual and moral base. That unparalleled and unique to enhance the civilization and advancement through the Renaissance movement, which has been going last many decades. Baba Sri Sri Ananda Murti ji has created such a subtlest movement which transformed unit cell into the divine soul, this unique revolution in the 21st century in the field of history, science, physics, and civilization, art, music, economic, humanistic education, more values, healthy lifestyle in the science and technology, ideological conception, and cult of spirituality, and also gave a positive direction in the society. The founder has established this department and create Renaissance movement all over the world. There are all are the prominent reformers and intellectuals can get better understanding to guide the society. It is great honor who have been contributed lots of good things like Shakespeare, Stephen Hawking, Newton, Swami Vivekananda, Shankaracharya, Williams, and numbers of the scientists to save the legacy and value of the society. Revered Lord Shiva and Revered Lord Krishna left the civilized society. Now as the society has been declining, so Baba Sri Sri Ananda Murti ji, the founder of RU, who has been restoring and also maintaining the legacy of the past civilization. That this is our duty and responsibility to do this. As you know, the human civilization is not a flower, but a beautiful garden with innumerable flowers of so many scans, so many varieties. We should take proper care of this garden of civilization. We must take proper care of each and every flower. Renaissance Universal Department is dedicated to bringing all honorable, prominent, respected persons of the society to filter some positive idea, to give a better direction to the coming generation, to save the cultural civilization and value Lord Shiva and Lord Krishna. Has been taught to the society. We are also dedicated for the Create a More RU Club to propagate the Revered Sri Sri Ananda Murti, the founder of RU, the philosophy and ideology to entire nook and corner of the world. Again, you are welcome and enjoy the program and talk of Honorable Acharya Rudrananda Dut, who is senior monk of Anand Marga and Central Committee members and brothers. He has a lot of understanding of Baba's philosophy and ideology. Kindly to have a patience and understand in positive manner. Kindly cooperate this program of Baba's of today, which has had established by Baba himself on 25th January 1958. I like to request everybody. Baba's program, this program, he is the president of the RU. He is here physically. So I like to request everyone, please cooperate. And I like to request Mindalji, please proceed in positive note. And this day and evening will be memorable. Thank you so much for having me, for kind understanding and short notice. Thank you so much. Wish all the best. And God bless you. God bless your response. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, Dada. It's been a wonderful welcome speech. So, as Dada has already mentioned that the Renaissance Club, RU Club, is the demand of the day. We need such club for all intellectual feeds. We need feeds. We are in a sentimental vacuum nowadays. Entire human race is going through in a scarcity of sentimental approach. So to fulfill this gap, we need RU Club to understand more values of human life, to understand values in human life. So there are so many things to talk about on this subject. I just want to request our General Secretary Anand Marg Prachara Sangh Acharya Chit Sarpanand Avdut Dada to kindly introduce the subject in brief so that we can have our chief speaker of the day for the detailed understanding of RU. So I'd like to request General Secretary Ananda Marga Singh, Acharya Chit Sarpanamdut for a formal subject introduction. Meanwhile, Dada is getting prepared. I have one special understanding of RU, what we have understood in decades, what I'm working for RU Club. This is the most finest way to approach human heart and mind at the same time. Human heart and mind both has a connection, that is emotional connection. So being emotional, what we have understood, the bhakt cult, the cult of bhakti. We have all know that everybody said the three, path of spiritual life, that is karma yoga, gyan yoga, and people say bhakti yoga. But what we have understood with my understanding of our beloved Baba, that bhakti is not a path. Bhakti is the destination. That is the target. Because once we have that love, that connection with the Supreme, how can we forget? How can we go another path of not feeling? The day we don't feel God within, we feel that the day is not started, or maybe we are not alive in the such a way. So bhakti is a target. So all the bhaktas assembled here, it's a kind request to understand that to succeed in human life, we need Supreme. To succeed in the relation of Supreme, we need love. And the extreme of love is called devotion. And that devotion, that bhakti, is the target. So, what we will understand, whatever we listen, this is very, very much important to understand in the course, in the path of bhakti. So, we have Acharya Chitswarpan Navdu Dada with us. So, please welcome once again our General Secretary of Anand Marga Singh, Acharya Chitswarpan Navdu, for the formal subject introduction.
Just you unmuted, please. Vishwak Dada, please unmute him.
Dada, you can unmute yourself. Yes, Dada, you are unmute now.
Please welcome Dada. Say something. Yes, Dada.
दादा आपकी आवाज आ रही है, आप बोलिए. कैमरा थोड़ा आप सीधा कर लीजिए दादा, मोबाइल.
Yes, Dada. आप बोल सकते दादा, आप बोल सकते, आप बोलिए, आवाज आ रही.
दादा आपको आवाज आ रही है, चित्सरपन दादा? जीएस दा?
विश्व का अनम्यूट कर दो एक बार दादा को.
हेलो.
हाँ जी दादा, आपका आवाज आ रही है, बोलिए आप प्लीज. मोस्ट वेलकम.
जी दादा. दादा आप बोलिए. आर्यू क्लब की स्थापना जब त्रिमोहान में हुई थी 1958 में, तो वहां एक नाटक किया गया था, पहला नाटक, जिसमें गुरु नानक देव और मर्दाना की बात हुई थी कि गुरु नानक देव ने जब थक गए तो वो मक्का की तरफ पैर रख के सो गए। तो एक मौलवी साहब आते हैं, वो पूछते हैं कि आपको दिखता नहीं उधर मक्का है, आप इधर पैर रख के क्यों सो गए? तो उस गुरु नानक देव ने कहा कि ठीक है,
नमस्कार।
ओके दादा आ गए। जी दादा।
नमस्कार दादाजी, नमस्कार।
Am I audible?
Yes dada, you are audible. You are audible dada, loud and clear.
Namaskar. Let me extend at the outset of this unique meeting, RU meeting, let me extend my heartiest best wishes to all who are participating. It is a really fantastic job done by RU Secretary Acharya Abhiramanand Avdut. This day, Baba founded RU in the state of Bihar at the place known as Trimohan. And Baba was there for some time, and in his RU speech, he founded RU. RU has been doing a pioneer work, and with the leadership of Acharya Abhiramanand Avdut, it is fantastic job. Let me extend my best wishes to him and also those who are helping to spread the message of RU all over the world. With this, I congratulate Acharya Abhiramanand Avdut. Thank you very much. Namaskar.
Namaskar dada. Thank you so much for your sweet and crisp introduction. As we all know that today we are here to understand more about the speciality of the day, why we have in need of this RU club, why Baba has given us, because we all know that Baba has given everything quite earlier than it was needed. The futuristic approach, he understand that if we'll start today, in 50 years, we'll start understanding why it was needed. So after always 50 years ahead, Baba has given everything for humankind. So we see now we have crossed 50 years. Now people are understanding, yeah, seriously, we need of such clubs. We talk about the mental food, we talk about the intellectual food, we talk about the intuitional food. So to feed this mental scarcity, mental thirst, we have a very good speaker with us who understood the philosophy in a great way and who can deliver topics that is really tough to understand in such a way that the person like us, the layman status, they can understand things in a very, very, very specific and very, artistic way. So without wasting my time, I'd like to invite our very own, respected, very senior Acharya and monk of Ananda Marga Pracharak Sangh, Acharya Rudranand Avdut Dada. So Dada, handing over to you this evening and welcome once again on behalf of entire RU and RAWA unit of Ananda Marga Pracharak Sangh.
With my Sastang Pranam to loving Baba, the founder president of the Renaissance Universal, the Central RU Secretary, general audience, lovers of Renaissance Universe in general, and the members of Anand Marg of different denomination, Tatvikas, Acharyas, Audhutika, Purodas, General Margis, and the sympathizers. I am today supposed to speak on a very unique subject, historically even, the future of civilization. Before I come to this present scenario, when we talk of future, we have to take into consideration the past and the present also. Civilization, the word civilization is concerned and connected with culture. The history is silent, and the history records that it is individual's opinion only, that nobody can say for sure at what point the culture becomes civilization. So these two words are though interconnected, but not clearly defined anywhere till Baba defined this. Culture, Baba says, are different expressions of life. But our expressions which are not beneficial to others, our control over such expressions is called civilization. The present civilization may claim to be very cultured, but we have to think in terms of Baba's explanation, whether we can call it really civilized. Can we pretend to be civilized? Then if you are civilized, why are we so scared? So Baba opens his speech. This is RU speech delivered in 1966 at Patna. Baba opens the first with two doubts: fear and doubt. There is fear of extinction. There fear of total decay. Everybody is scared due to the scientific discoveries and the misuse of scientific technology. If two great powers, atomic powers, become mad for 10 minutes, the whole globe will be turned into ash. So then what is the future? This is the fear. The fear of water crisis, the fear of population, the fear of growing temperature of this earth, all sorts of fear. And the doubt that we may not survive tomorrow. These two are haunting every thinking mind. Through this speech, Baba gives a new hope. And he heralds the new era of new dawn. Not philosophically. Baba is not soothsayer. He proves it scientifically. Baba's approach is pointed like an arrow. He pointed. Whatever he says, it has meaning. Concerned with our day-to-day life and distant future. So there is no cause of any fear. There is no concern for our future. The future is very bright. How? And then Baba continues. He says, as in the individual life, so in the collective life. It depends on three factors. First time in the human history, such an idea, I say this is divine idea, first time in human thinking, has come, the existence of unit and the society, Vyasti and the Samasti, depends on three factors. Asti, that is, Asti is Sanskrit word. All three are Sanskrit words. Asti means hai, is. It exists. It is there. Asti. Bhati is vibhati, development. And Anandam, the bliss, at the point, everything culminates in that point, is Anandam. Therefore, in Anand Sutram, Baba says, Anandam Brahm Ityahu. Brahm is Anand Swarup. My role now through this lecture is different. So, coming to the first point, Asti, the individual's Asti depends on how many factors. We need food. If we don't get food for days together, you can imagine the physical condition. We also need clothes to cover our body. It is very important. Shelter, education for knowledge, and the medical facilities in case of any disease for our survival. These are the 5 essentials of life on which our Asti depends. Our existence depends. The Asti of collective life depends similarly on other related physical conditions of life. So is the condition of this earth, the solar system, this entire nebular system, this entire universe depends on this. As we are seeing the growing temperature, the increasing temperature of this planet, Baba says, one day the Earth's temperature may be just like sun's temperature. Then this fear is confirmed that we will no longer be there, will be finished. Then also, Baba not only gives hopes against hopes, but he proves it. Don't worry. Our body perishes one day. But we don't die. Upanishads proclaim so openly this fact. This goes beyond doubts that everything does not die with the body. So, if this planet Earth becomes a place where we no longer survive, then the body will shift to some other planet. The Baba gives more emphasis on scientific discoveries and technologies, and not to be scared. Mind is stronger than the atom bomb. So Baba is not in favor of disarmament. He is in favor of armament, just to maintain the balance of power. It is mind which is dangerous, not the atom bomb. So our existence on this planet, Earth, is not denied. We will survive very much. Baba talks of rocket. We will design rockets and will shift the population to the other planet. When Baba first talked of laboratory babes in 60s, people could not imagine. Isn't it now a reality? So Baba gives this hope to frustrated this present industry.
Recording in progress.
So we have not to be scared and not to fear and not to doubt also. Sanshayatma vinashyati. So Baba is Dharma Guru, not as soothsayer. Baba is Mahasambhuti here, declares that don't worry, I am here with you with my Brahma Mudra. Fear not, I am with you. So our asti in individual life and collective life at this planet is not denied, it's not endangered. Baba says in this very pravachan that it's not enough that we exist. Our asti is guaranteed. It's not enough. The earthworm have survived for millions of years, but still it is there in that form. Is it enough? So this asti is not enough for the survival of this civilization, for any civilization. The history has recorded 21 types of civilization. And all these civilizations have been urban-based. Baba started a new civilization on the Shramani Purnima day of 1939. This is Tantric village civilization. And his plan is to make the whole globe a human family. When there is no disparity, there is no exploitation of any form, physical, mental, or spiritual. So he has given the philosophy to herald a new civilization. And it has already started. The current of Saraswati is not seen, but it's there. It has begun. So, Baba says, asti, for asti, don't worry, don't get scared, don't fear, fear not. Think about the bhati. On this, the rise and fall of civilizations is best. This civilization, the word civilization, the term civilization has been great study by the microhistorians, Tunisian philosopher Ibn Khaldun, Marx, Arnold Toynbee, Spengler, and above all Baba. Everybody contributed to this field of civilization. Baba tops the list. Even Khaldun says it is the Asibia which is responsible for rise and fall of civilization. Toynbee says it is challenge and response that is responsible for rise and fall of civilization. Baba says it is Asti, Bhati and Anand that is responsible for rise and fall of civilization. Coming to the point of bhati. What is this bhati? Bhati is development, vibhati. And Baba has given 6 factors of bhati, which is so easy but so difficult to practice. But this is a must for any civilization. In case of any factor missing, the civilization meets its Waterloo. In case of presence of all these civilizations, there is rise and there is golden day of civilization. So the day is sure to come when this civilization fully blooms. The first factor of bhati is spiritual ideology. The spiritual ideology explains our self and consciousness, that we spent, we rather misuse the major portion of our energy. Some energy remains unused, some misused, a very little is used. So the ideology, the philosophy that explains our energy factor is called spiritual ideology. Next is spiritual cult. The spiritual cult is to convert the 5 fundamentals that we consume through food and drink in the energy into ectoplasm, and to ectoplasm into consciousness. Spiritual ideology without spiritual cult is lame, cannot work. Unless it is translated into action, it is of no use. And then the spiritual ideology one day becomes dogma and starts exploiting priesthood, clergies, mullahs, fathers, exploiters exploiting in the name of dogma, and these spiritual people are defamed in absence of the spiritual cult. Third is socio-economic philosophy. Socio-economic philosophy that explains the utilization and distribution of human and material resources, and explains how to administer exploitation-less society. So this is missing. First time in the entire gamut of philosophy, starting from Greeks up to Bertrand Russell and Dewey in West, and in East, from Sankhya to Advait Vedant, from Kapil to Vadrayan Vyas. One thing has been missing always, the socio-economic philosophy. In 85 Sutras of Anand Sutram, the 5th chapter is rendered on the socio-economic philosophy. It adds the second wing to the bird. Now the bird can fly. The bird of philosophy can fly. The first time in the history of mankind, in the history of thinking, a comprehensive philosophy has been propounded. But any socio-economic philosophy, in absence of social outlook, cannot do anything. Such a developed civilization like Roman civilization, it forms part of one of the 21 civilizations historically recorded. It failed due to slave system. God created human beings. We divided into rich and poor, black and white, small and tall, ladies and gents. Therefore, unless we develop the social outlook, socio-economic philosophy cannot be translated into action. Therefore, the propounder of Ananda Marga, the president of RU, wants exploitation-free society, where there is no exploitation at any level, physical, psychic, or spiritual. Nobody is forced to lead a tortured life. The next point is scripture, Shastra. In absence of this Shastra, because Shastra is Shasana Taret Yahasa Shastra Parikirtitaha, that which administers with the intention of liberating people. Its object is liberation. Tarayat, liberation from bondages. And these are supposed to be three: Dharma Shastra, Darshan Shastra, and Samaj Shastra. There are Shastras, but they needed updating. If we read a book of geography now, written about 80 years before, anybody can read that the capital of Punjab is Lahore. So if somebody answers in Union Public Service Commission interview that the capital of Punjab is Lahore, how many marks he will be awarded? Therefore, there are Shastras, but they are not up to date. Dharma Shastra, Darshan Shastra, and Samaj Shastra. In absence of Samaj Shastra, a comprehensive Samaj Shastra, a unified code, human society is disintegrated. Baba, in form of Darshan Shastra, gave Anand Sutram. When there was a conference at Varanasi on this Anand Sutram, major Panditas of Kashi Vidvat Samaj accepted this in my absence, in my presence, sorry. So Dharma Shastra, that which comes from Guru, that which comes from the mouth directly from Guru is Dharma. Because Dharma is the nature, Swabhav. That is, nature of fire is to burn. The nature of water is to provide coolness. So, this Dharma Shastra Swasi Sangra forms part of Dharma Shastra and Samaj Shastra is Charya, do's and don'ts. Due to the progressive nature of Charya, it can give guidance to the human society, irrespective of caste, creed, religion, racial feelings, to everybody globally. So this three Shastra is for the guidance of human society. In absence of this, we cannot form one human society. And this is the cry of the day, cry of time. Here lies the solution to all the problems. Because in presence of billions of human-like beings, still we crave for good human beings. One poet has very rightly said, लाखों बरस हुए इंसान आया वजूद में, आंखें तरसती है आदमी की. And the sixth factor is the preceptor, the guide. In absence of the guide, nothing can be implemented. So all these six factors of bhati are a make and break the civilization. In one of the missing factor in this entire history of civilization of 21 civilizations, hitherto, as per Arnold Toynbee, 6 originals and 15 connected civilizations. But one thing is very sure, that in absence of one of the factors of bhati, the civilizations broke. In any civilization, one thing won't be relevant to say, in any civilization, this development depends on utilization and distribution system of the administration. If the leadership, the administration is efficient and moral, then out of the economic surplus, the civilization grows. And it reaches its height. But because here one thing is that clearly comes into picture, that Baba has mentioned in this lecture, in his pravachan, that which is very important, it is imperative that the leadership for the rise of any civilization is very important. And the leadership has been a matter of concern in every age, with every civilization. The first it comes into picture, starting with the Greek civilization. Socrates must have mentioned his disciples. But it starts with Plato. Seeing the condition of Greek states, Plato conceived the idea of philosopher king in his thesis, The Republic, that the power should be given to those who want it little, and those are philosophers. It should be in their hands. Then comes in West Marx. His concept of leadership was proletariat dictator. But both have seen, all the countries, communist countries have seen who in the form of proletariat dictator appeared and what became the fate. Confucius talk of sage. Nietzsche talk of Superman. And Nietzsche said, it is most immoral to be weak. So he applied Darwinian principle of survival of the fittest. But Hitler took himself to be the Superman leader. That caused the Berlin Wall. This is the fate of the thinking leadership concept in the Western philosophy. So far, not a single philosopher king could be created on the basis of what Plato thought. Not the Confucius ideas of leadership could be implemented. We have seen the Marxian concept of leadership, successful or failure, the history decides. But Baba, in his very speech, has not left this topic also untouched of leadership. And this lecture talks of Sadvipra leadership. Plato could not give a mechanism how a philosopher king could be produced. If you reread it, you will start not smiling but laughing. That at the age of 5, children from the breast-born families, the elites, should be, if not willingly, forcibly taken. And they should be kept under strict watch and discipline. And up to 15 years, they should not be allowed to read and write, but play sports. As any philosophy is the product of that land, and Greeks were sports people, as per Baba's study of social history, that was Kshatran age. And Kshatran age dominates with sports, physicality. And the psychology becomes Veer Bhogya Vasundhara. From 15 years to 25, they should be given different type of education. Art and culture and martial arts and everything. Administration, everything. From 25 to 35, they should be left to study the world affairs, Because at the age beyond 35, they are to emerge as philosopher king. This was his prescription. But not only the lifetime of Plato or Aristotle, or entire Greek philosophers or entire Western philosophy, not a single philosopher king could be created. Therefore, it is called utopia. Baba says, this leadership also is the need of time. With your permission, I'd like to comment one thing. Baba is not philosopher. I'm sorry to say. Baba is basically a dharma guru. But being kind to humanity, whatever he has said, he has given, we may call it philosophy. And then in that sense, reluctantly, you may call him a philosopher, but Baba is not philosopher. मसी कागज छुयो नहीं, कलम गयो नहीं गा, जिसके पास कोई लाइब्रेरी नहीं. So he says, Sadvipras are the creation of the churning of society. Mark this. Therefore, I say Baba is practical guru. He talks the matter concerned with the solid earth, dust of this earth. Therefore, he touches. His ideas penetrate deep into mind. He says, out of social churning, those who have tremendous fighting spirit and love for humanity, confining himself to one room, he gave two things. He's unique. Baba is unique. When you try to find Baba within Baba, what do you find? What do we get? The mind. Baba is the mind that goes beyond the horizon, that goes beyond the galaxies. But he is so concerned about the day-to-day struggle and conflicts of life. Isn't it unique? His second uniqueness is, though he is such, but one marvelous thing within him is, he did not form any political party to capture power. Rather, he is concerned about the human beings. And throughout the life, he went on creating human beings. What type of human beings? Who could be global citizen, who take up the task that 18th and 19th century left behind by Adam Smith and Marx, crying for equity and justice, science and growth. That is only possible by creation of such men who are concerned about the humanity, about the collective body. And he created unique institution of sannyasins and family people, unique in the history of mankind. His concept of leadership is Sadvipra. SADVIPRA, Sadvipra. Those who fail to be Sadvipra will become Sad Vipra. Those who follow the tenets of theory and practice become Sadvipra and will work for global change. Today or tomorrow, maybe 50 years after or 100 years after. The world has no goal than to accept and materialize the philosophy of Sri Ananda. And in this tool, the leader is Sadvipra. Sadvipra is not sannyasi or grihi. Sadvipra is the spirit. There is no bar. Anybody can be Sadvipra. With the spirit of ceaseless fire against all exploitation and dedicated to the cause of suffering humanity. And how they will do? Unique prescription Baba has given. How the Sadvipran will do? They will do pranayam. Which pranayam? Katkat pranayam, Sahaj pranayam, Sadharan pranayam, Kumbhak pranayam. Which pranayam? Peculiar pranayam. You know, in pranayam, there are 3 parts of pranayam. Purak. When we breathe in, fill up our lungs with bladder with full blood. Yeah. This is Purak. So Sadvipra will do Purak, and everything that traveling the human society will take inside, inhale, and digest within. In the power of their spiritual force and its mantra, assimilate within, that is Kumbhak. They will be Nilkant, digest it. Rechak, they will release the goodness, the brotherhood, the peace, the solidarity, the happiness, and the bliss. Ultimately, they will create a global system that will be full of Anandam, where Sarve Bhamantu Sukhina, Sarve Bhamantu Sit Niramaya. That is the ultimate goal of life. Therefore, his prescription is Asti Bhati, and lastly Anandam. Through my viewers, I like to point everybody to that point. But take it back home, a bit of it, whether I too have some role to play in this venture. All great men have come and gone, leave behind their thought. People read Gita. Many people think that had I been with Gita, Lord Krishna was there. At least those who have seen Baba physically, they know it. Isn't it their duty to come forward, to gather the loincloths, combat the march of events, and join hands together in the spirit of Sangha Chaddam Sangvadaddam, the Vedic mantra, and make concerted effort, because this is high time. The whole globe is an open ground. Everybody is hopeless, frustrated. Here is the way of hope. Dushant has very rightly said, एक चादर सांझ ने फैला दी सारे नगर पर, ये अंधेरे की सड़क उस भोर तक जाती तो है. The whole world is walking through or standing, not walking, a dark road. But this road that Sri Mutiji, our Gurudev, has opened, on which we are walking, leads to the new dawn, where he is waiting to welcome. Should we keep sleeping? फिर भी हम सोते रहेंगे क्या? कब जगेंगे? Swami Vivekananda very rightly quoted from the Upanishad, Utishtat Jagrat Prapya Varadhi Bodhat. उठो, जगो, चलो. अब तब तक रुको मत जब तक तुम पहुंचो. अगर इस चीज को हम अपनाते हैं, और लगता है हमको कि बाबा का 66 पटना का स्पीच आरयू का उनके लिए है और ये टाइमली है, क्योंकि आज आरयू सेंट्रल सेक्रेटरी ने ये पहले इनके इसमें इस बाबा के लेक्चर को रहा. बाबा इनको ब्लेस दे, इनके हाथ में जश दे, इनसे काम करवाएं कि फ्यूचर ऑफ सिविलाइजेशन लोगों के दिमाग में बैठ जाए. अगर जो सुनते हैं उनके दिमाग में बैठ गया तो इतने दे आर एनफ फॉर चेंज, ब्रिंगिंग चेंजेस ग्लोबली. तो हमको लगता है कि सभ्यता का भविष्य अवश्य ही ब्राइट है. हमको तो लगता है आपके चेहरों से जो हमारे सामने हैं, वो चेहरे भी कह रहे हैं कि वो कुछ करना चाहेंगे. इसलिए चलो आज हम एक मिलकर के संकल्प ले कि हम आनंद परिवार के जो समझते हैं कि बाबा हमारे भगवान हैं, जो कहे हैं वो होगा, तो क्यों नहीं मेरे द्वारा हो. इसलिए हम इसमें हाथ बटाए. इन शब्दों के साथ मैं विराम देना चाहूंगा. आपको नमस्कार दे करके बाबा को फिर साष्टांग करके परमपिता बाबा की जय.
नमस्कार दादा.
नमस्कार. नमस्कार.
मैं रुद्रलक्ष्मी बोल रही हूँ. दादा नमस्कार.
Wait, Didi.
Thank you, Dada, for the wonderful speech. मुझे दादा के वक्तव्यों से दो सेंटेंस मेरे दिल में आ रहे हैं, दो दिमाग में. विवेकानंद ने कहा था, स्ट्रेंथ इज लाइफ, वीकनेस इज डेथ. सो स्ट्रेंथ इज लाइफ, वीकनेस इज डेथ का मतलब ही था कि वी नीड टू अंडरस्टैंड दैट वी हैव वन वेरी गुड गेम दैट इज ऑलवेज प्रेज्ड बाय एवरीवन, बॉक्सिंग. बॉक्सिंग में वो नहीं हारता जो गिर जाता है, हारता वो है जो उठ नहीं पाता. So life is like this: learning, understanding, experimenting, falling, then start again. So charaveti, charaveti, charaveti. So these are the few very, very good inspirational understanding what we have gone through today. And thank you so much, Acharya Rudanand Abdul Dada, for such a wonderful and descriptive approach of life and the need of the day. So this is very, very important and very, very needed. I really thank from the core of my heart. And we have prepared some video for the day. I request Acharya Vishwak Dada to kindly share the video for the audience today.
Namaskar, Dada. I want to say something.
Just
Dada,
wait.
बहुत बढ़िया, इतना सुंदर. Yes. Namaskar to all.
अच्छा बोल.
Dada, after receiving this type of philosophy, why we are waiting 100 years to establish this Anand Parivar? Why we are waiting?
We'll
Baba,
take the question answer later on.
make it
Vasudev ji, thank you so much.
Yes. Please. Namaskar, Dada.
विश्वक दादा आप अनम्यूट कर लीजिए, आपका नहीं आ रहा है ये
ऑडियो शेयर करना पड़ेगा। ऑडियो शेयर फिर से करिए विश्वकदा, फिर से शेयर करके ऑडियो को परमिशन दे दीजिए। स्टॉप शेयरिंग कर दीजिए, फिर रीशेयर करिए ऑडियो के साथ।
Especially and the soul of the today's program was so enlightening for everybody. I like to message entire world is suffering from the various. Please come forward. The meditation is not a religion but a science. Discover endless peace and happiness within it.
Thank you so much, Vishwak Dada. It was a wonderful presentation compiling all the event covered by RAWA around the world. You see, slowly, we are approaching the last person of the society also. One and all are understanding that the pseudo impact on art and the industrialization of art has ruined everything. The softness of art, the understanding of art, the need of art in culture, in human society. We all know in the course of time we have seen that every ruler, every changes, every revolution came through and by an artist. Artist has the subtle approach to entire human creations, entire human race, to make awareness, to make people alive, enthusiastic, charged towards the changes, to get ready for the changes. So this is the most subtle and the unique and the most powerful field for the entire social revolution. In this course, we have few persons who are really enjoyed the session talks, speeches. So I would like from the audience presentation, Haranand Dada is already here. So we have Haranand. I just want to have a representative speech from Haranand Dada about the experience of the day and few words in brief. So Haranand Dada, over to you for your experience of the day. Haranand Dada from Delhi, India. Haranand Dada from Delhi. So I was just finishing that story meanwhile. So the first play in the first RU meeting or the first foundation day, Baba said to have a play. So that play was based on Guru Nanak's story. Guru Nanak Dev was with his disciple student Mardana. So he was very tired. He slept and his feet was towards Makkah. So one Maulvi Sahab came and said, "Hey, what are you doing? You old man, you don't you see? We have Makkah there in that side, and you have kept your food there, kept your feet there." Then Guru Nanak Dev said, "Okay, I'm an old man. I'm so tired. So please move my legs towards the place where there is no Makkah." So he said, "Okay." So he took his leg and he just, shifted the leg. And what happened when he turned around, he see, oh my God, what happened? Makkah is there. So every time when he was shifting the leg, Makkah was in that particular side. Then after all, at the end, he got tired and irritated and he asked, what is happening? I'm not understanding. Then Guru Nanak Dev said, replied, my dear brother, tell me one place where there is no God. Tell me one place that is there is no there is out of reach of the God. Can you shift my leg towards that site or that site? Then you understand the approach of understanding of the relation of supreme and human being. So this is what we have. There are so many examples. So the starting point of Renaissance with this feeling of togetherness that started in 1958. Since then, we are trying to get this feeling and bonding every day more and more stronger, stronger, stronger. And this sort of exercises, speeches, lectures keep us always motivating. So from our side, we have Haranand Dada for the experience of this session. So over to you, Haranand Dada, to share your experience of this day.
Mrinal Dada, thank you very much. And I'm thoroughly enjoying this evening in the presence of the esteemed audience that I can see on the screen. The keynote address of our revered Purodha and senior Avdut, Acharya Rudanand Avdut, was very educative for all of us. He gave almost, he did the entire survey of human civilization and the ideology that Baba gave to explain the rise and fall of civilizations. It is to the credit of our RU club, headed by our very, I must say, dear secretary, Acharya Abhiraman Dada Avdut. And of course, Mrinalji has been the most known face on RU screens everywhere around the globe, on screen and off screen. So he is, with such a totally dedicated team, I'm confident that Renaissance Universal, which has been the dream of the president, will ultimately get translated into a global reality, with global platforms joining hands as far as intellectuals are concerned, artists are concerned, all sort of artists. And finally, we have to look beyond human beings, beyond the anthropocentric thinking, which has been dominating the entire history. That, as Baba has said, those who do not understand this spirit of the age will be run over, and they will have to understand what he said using the word of Hegelian philosophy, Zeitgeist, the spirit of the times. So this is a zeitgeist that the world must unite and humanity must unite to save not only humanity, but the entire cosmos. With these few words and my words of gratitude, I thank everyone who has been a part of this grand celebration this evening. Thank you, Dada, and over to you, Dada. Namaskar.
Thank you so much, Dada. It was such a small but very powerful words from Haranand Dada. He's known for this particular picture, and he always pitched the right thing at the right time. Thank you so much, Dada, for your crisp and very strong response. Now, before having a formal vote of thanks, we can start question answer the session. Just for 1 or 2 questions we'll take, and then we'll go for the formal vote of thanks. So, anyone, if you can just raise your hand, and we can give the question to you. You can raise your hand who have the question. Anyone has its questions? So I am not getting any question. So everything was clear.
I think you should make announcement in Hindi as well so that
Okay. जी जी जी, थैंक यू.
non-English
किसी
speakers
के
do
पास?
understand.
जी जी. सो आज की इस संध्या की विधिवत धन्यवाद ज्ञापन से पहले मैं निवेदन करता हूँ हमारे जितने भी दर्शक हैं, जितने भी इस ऑनलाइन माध्यम से जुड़े हुए हमारे साथ आज के जितने भी मेधावी लोग हैं, उन सबसे अगर आपके मन में कोई प्रश्न हो आज की इस वार्ता के बाद, तो आप पूछ सकते हैं. हम 1-2 प्रश्न अभी लेंगे, उसके बाद हम विधिवत धन्यवाद ज्ञापन की तरफ बढ़ेंगे. किसी को कोई प्रश्न, ये क्योंकि बहुत ही शुभ अवसर है हमारे पास, हमारे सबसे वरिष्ठ और जानकार पुरोधा बैठे हैं हमारे साथ, तो आप उनसे प्रश्न कर सकते हैं, सीधा प्रश्न.
I think Harananji is raising the hand before. Okay, please go ahead. Nindalji, you just called it, please.
ओके. सो दादा, मैं बस एक छोटा सा प्रश्न है, एक प्रश्न मेरी तरफ से पूछने के लिए कहा गया, मैं उनकी तरफ से पूछ रहा हूँ कि इस साल बाबा ने किन किन बातों का सबसे ज्यादा ध्यान रखने बोला है आर्यू को एस्टैब्लिश करने के लिए. मतलब हमारे हथियार क्या हो और किस बातों पर ध्यान रखना चाहिए हमें सबसे इम्पोर्टेंट.
यम नियम, कंडक्ट रूल्स, और जो डिजिग्नेटरी ड्यूटी है, ऑब्लिगेटरी ड्यूटी है, इसका पालन. क्योंकि आनंद मार्ग में कोई भी बगैर ड्यूटी के नहीं है, उसको बाबा ने ऑप्टी कहा. जो बगैर ड्यूटी के रहता था बाबा उसको कहते थे कि इसको बाहर करो. इसलिए हर चीज का आनंद मार्ग तो है, हर चीज का मैक्सिमम यूटिलाइजेशन और रैशनल डिस्ट्रीब्यूशन. इसलिए जो चीजें दे गए हैं बाबा उसी को याद कराने का है कि सब लोगों इसको याद करो, अपना अपना काम करो, अपने को संभालो साधना के द्वारा, यमनियम के द्वारा, 16 पॉइंट के द्वारा, अपने परिवार को संभालो. अगर परिवार में तुम्हारी मान्यता नहीं होगी तो बाहर कौन पूछे. आस पड़ोस को संभालो, समाज को कहो, जिस देश में रहते हैं उसको समझाओ, जीव जंतु पशु पक्षी सबका केयर करो. अगर हम अपनी प्रैक्टिस करेंगे जो गुरु ने दिया है तो उसका प्रभाव खुद ही पड़ेगा, हमको कहना नहीं पड़ेगा. बाबा का आदर्श हम समझे हैं, इसको अपने कंडक्ट के द्वारा दिखा दें. पहले परिवार वालों को, आस पड़ोस को, समाज को, देश को, दुनिया खुद देख लेगी. दुनिया तो लीडर्स खोज रही है, इसलिए हमको लीडर्स क्रिएट करने हैं, सद्विप्र लीडर. इसलिए सारा इशारा डायरेक्ट इनडायरेक्ट बाबा का इसी बात पर. हम बाबा को अगर मान ले कि बाबा हमारे भगवान है, तारक ब्रह्म है, आज समस्या का समाधान है. अगर संदेह है तो संशयात्मा विनश्यति. इसलिए अपने को ढूंढें, जैसे सत्यनारायण की कथा में ढूंढते हैं ना सत्यनारायण भगवान कहाँ है, वैसे अपने अंदर ढूंढें कि हम बाबा के भगवत्ता में कितना हमको विश्वास है, बाबा के दर्शन में कितना विश्वास है, बाबा की साधना में कितना विश्वास, हम कैसे आनंद मार्गी बने हैं. इसलिए हम अपने को बनाएं, अपने को देखें, दूसरे को मत देखें, बैक बाइटिंग न करें, किसी के पीछे में कोई विरोध नहीं करें, अपना कान किसी को नहीं दें. कान और आंखों के बीच में कुछ इंच का फर्क है. आंखों का देखा भी झूठा होता है, कान का सुना तो सच्चा होगा. इसलिए 69 में ही बाबा ने एक टर्म दिया था, मैं उसको आप लोगों को रिमाइंड कर देता हूं. मेडम, विषयांतर तो नहीं हो रहा हूं. बाबा ने कहा था गाइए, गाइए मैंने तबला हारमोनियम पर नहीं, GAEA, गार्ड अगेंस्ट एनिमी एक्शन. तोप कुछ आदमी को मारता होगा, बंदूक की गोली एक आदमी को मारती है, लेकिन अफवाह लाख लाख आदमी को ध्वस्त कर देता है। इसलिए अफवाह से बचिए। ये बहुत खराब टाइम है, बहुत क्रूशियल टाइम है। दिस इज द एज ऑफ क्राइसिस, क्राइसिस ऑफ बिलीफ, क्राइसिस ऑफ आइडिया। ये सब बाबा दे चुके हैं। बाबा हर चीज का सोल्यूशन है। इसलिए बाबा ने जो कहा है करने को उसको हम करें, जो मना किया है बाबा ने उसको कभी मत करें। बाबा एक बार जमालपुर में कहे थे कि तुम लोग आनंद मार्गी नहीं, आनंद मार्गी भी कहते थे कि अरे बाबा ने मना किया है, हम इसको नहीं करेंगे। बाबा ने कहा जिसको हम कहते हैं उसको तुम करोगे तो अवश्य ही तुम्हारा लाभ होगा। और जहां हम छोड़ दिए हैं कि कर सकते हो नहीं भी कर सकते हो, तुम्हारे इंडिविजुअल एफर्ट पर डिपेंड करता है। इसलिए बाबा एक बार रांची में बोले थे कि हमारे यहाँ या तो हराम है या हलाल है, मकरू नहीं है। इसलिए 3 शब्द है, हराम, हलाल और मकरू। इसलिए जो बाबा ने डोंट कहा है वो हमारे लिए हराम है, वो नहीं करेंगे। यम नियम के खिलाफ, कंडक्टर के खिलाफ, जीव जंतु के खिलाफ, सामाजिक हित के खिलाफ जो काम है उसको हम कभी नहीं करेंगे अपने स्वार्थ के। ऐसे आदमी के दोस्त बढ़ेंगे, दुश्मन नहीं बढ़ेंगे। इसी के द्वारा हम समाज में एक नई तरंग पैदा कर सकते हैं, नया होप दे सकते हैं। हमको लगता है इससे बढ़िया कोई तरीका नहीं।
धन्यवाद दादा। तो दादा की बातों का जो सार है, एक दो शब्द में अगर मुझे समझ में आया तो हमारा आदर्श ही हमारे आचरण, हमारा आचरण ही हमारे आदर्श का परिचायक है। आवर कंडक्ट इज द इंडेक्स ऑफ आवर आइडियोलॉजी। तो मैं एक प्रश्न के साथ अभिरामानंद दादा से पास आ रहा हूँ। अभिरामानंद दादा से एक छोटा सा प्रश्न है, लोगों ने पूछा है तो मैं आप तक पहुंचा रहा हूँ कि आप सबसे ज्यादा कैपिटलिस्टिक अप्रोच कंट्री में अभी है, जहाँ कैपिटलिज्म अपने पुरजोर तरीके पे, वहां पे आदर्श को स्थापित करना कितना मुश्किल होता है, वहां के लोगों को ये समझाना कि हमारा आचरण हमारे आदर्श का परिचायक है। ये कैसे संभव दादा, आप बस 2 शब्द में हमें बता पाए?
ठीक बात, थैंक यू सो मच मृणाल जी। बाबा की विशेष कृपा से एक चीज हमें ध्यान देना है कि बाबा सब करते हैं, वी आर जस्ट मीडियम। एंड इफ यू हैव ए गुड इंटेंशन, what Dada has narrated right now and suggested, advice, also advice, the conduct and sincere effort. Everybody has the emotion to recognize and appreciate. This is the only keynote and key things you can success and the convince to the capitalistic country. Capitalistic country also wants a genius. An entire United States of America has a genius, and they recognize the genius. They know the background of you. So once you have a knowledge and understanding of comprehensive understanding as well as moral and positive, they will recognize very easily. So this is my theme to express before you. Thank you so much.
थैंक यू सो मच। तो आज की संध्या में हम लोगों ने जो चर्चा की, परिचर्चा की, प्रश्न और परिप्रश्न, ये सारे जो उत्तर, जो क्वेस्ट जिसे हम कहते हैं, उसका जो हमारी क्षुधा पूर्ति हुई है, उसके लिए मैं सभी स्पीकर को तहे दिल से धन्यवाद देता हूँ, श्रोताओं को भी। लेकिन विधिवत धन्यवाद ज्ञापन के लिए आज की संध्या के लिए मैं बुलाना चाहता हूँ हमारे बीच सेंट्रल एरॉ सेक्रेटरी आचार्य मधुव्रतानंद अवधूत दादा को।
इसी में आना पड़ेगा।
जी दादा।
It's a matter of great pleasure and happiness that today we are celebrating 68 RU Day. The song of life is the song of movement. Where there is life, there is a flow of vitality. Nothing is stationary in this universe. Everything moves. And this movement represents the emanatives flow in this universe. We appear to come from a land of invisibility, and at some stage we disappear into the void of invisibility. Our existence is an eternal mystery, waiting to be revealed. Only a small portion of our individual and collective existence comes within the scope of our understanding. We need physical, psychic, and spiritual emancipation of self and the human society. And thanks to all concerned who coordinated this online session, and RU Secretary. In short notice, we were able to organize this. Acharya Biswak, Dadaji, Nyaibo, Dadaji Dipeswar, and all the team. They are working very actively. And Mrinalji is already known to all of us. So thank you, all of us.
And thank you so much, Dada, on behalf of entire Aryu family, Aryu family. And before ending this evening, conclude this evening, I really want to thank and give everything and surrender everything to the Supreme, that because of his thought and idea, we are serving here as a human being, we are there in a righteous path. And I believe Baba bless us all with the courage to do the great things under his loving and blessings. So one line from Baba's quotes: the force who is guiding the stars is guiding us too. So let us be guided by that force, surrender everything, what we have, what we can, everything is guided and planned by the Supreme. So let's move on, Charaveti, Charaveti, Charaveti. And there is one line is very, very important for today, that yesterday is gone, tomorrow is unknown. Yesterday is gone, tomorrow is unknown. Today is a gift. That is why it is called present. So understanding present in a better way, what we understood. So understanding today everything, and that will make tomorrow beautiful. So thanking you so much. So Baba bless us all. Be healthy and be blessed. Thank you so much once again. Thank you so much, Rudanda Abdul Dada. Thank you so much, Abhiravanand Dada. Thank you so much, Madhuvardhan Dada. And thank you everyone who is present here. I believe that today's talk will help us much better understand.
And हमारे विश्वक दादा को, अमृताल जी को, मधुवर्धन दादा को, who has been spreading the message around the whole globe by social media, and Rajendra ji as well, and the entire team of RU and RAWA, and Harananda, and GS Dada, Acharya Rudran Dada ji. And this is the great honor and pleasure of me to have a good understanding, an entire team. And today's evening was so memorable, and we are living in positive note. We should conquer something positive in the entire human race. The entire globe is waiting for us. And also the Ananda Marga is not only United Nations, but we are representing numbers of the entire whole world. So we will present in United Nations one day, then more than 200 countries will see that is the decorum and design of what Baba Sri Sri Ananda Murti ji and Revered Baba, the founder of RU, has given. So let us, we can take the vision to take the understanding what Dada has given for the future civilization. Future civilization is very bright, very delighted, very divine. We need to conquer each and every units. So spread the message through the social media, and the more than millions of the people will watch these views, and we can reach out to the government also. So this is my plan and program. And one day we'll be established the glory of love, devotion, and spirituality. And everybody will say the Revered Baba Sri Sri Ananda Murti come in the earth planet. They did something positive, practical, and divine. And everybody became a divine and became liberated. Thank you so much for having this particular evening. And thank you all brothers and sisters who has encouraged us to participating. So सबको बहुत बहुत धन्यवाद, आप लोग ज्वाइन किए, और बाबा आपको कृपा बनाए रखे, और नए साल में 2023 में हम लोग अच्छा से अच्छा काम करेंगे, और सब लोग जमालपुर पधारिए, वहां पर भी RU क्या बोलते प्रोग्राम हम लोग ऑर्गेनाइज करेंगे. Thank you so much once again, and all the RU secretary of the globe, Dada Ishwar Krishnanandi is here, and entire sectors who has been doing great work. I do appreciate and recognize their contribution and sacrifice for propagating the philosophy of Baba. And what Dada said, Dharmic Guru, Baba is not a philosopher. We should establish the Dharma in this planet Earth. Thank you so much. Thanks, God. And I am going to announce the formal concluding now. Thank you. Program is over now. And enjoy the evening. Good night.
Recording stopped.
Namaskar. Namaskar. Namaskar to all. Baba Naam ke